Hi and welcome to the video series on selling with eBay for newbies. In this video series you're going to learn how to sell on eBay with little or no knowledge at all. In fact, if you've never sold a product on eBay and you might have some products laying around and you want to sell, this is the video series for you. Or if you've been selling on eBay, I'll show you tips and secrets on how to sell better and increase your sales and increase the bids on your product. That said, let me show you what I'll be talking about in this specific video series. You'll have access to 7 videos. In the first video, this video, I'll be talking about an overview of eBay, such as the rules, things you can sell and things you cannot sell. It's important to know the rules before you actually begin to sell on eBay. That way you can protect yourself legally and protect yourself and keep your account. And I'll talk about how to create an account. In the second video, I'll talk about what you need to know before you start selling, such as you need to do research and how to find specific niches in order to sell your product better. This is just a process and it's very easy to understand. You don't need to know how to market a product or anything like that. In fact, eBay does most of the work for you simply because they take sellers and they take buyers and they put them together. So you don't really have to worry about marketing. Video 3, I'll be talking about how to create an ad that sells. We'll talk about buy it now, bidding, and more. Video 4, I'll talk about using images and videos to increase your sales. As you know, even looking at a TV commercial, that looking at the product will help you better understand it. So using images is great, but using videos is better. But you can use either one and they'll do just the job that you need. Video 5, how to get away with selling digital products legally. One of the new rules of eBay is that you can't sell digital products. However, there's still lots of ways around that, such as selling physical products. Now I'll show you how to go about that and how to automate your system so that you don't have to worry about wasting a lot of time burning CDs, putting digital products on CDs and things like that. Video 6, I'll be talking about misspelled keyword secret. It's a type of method that you can use as a seller as well as a buyer, but with misspelled keywords, a lot of buyers make the mistake of typing in misspelled keywords. I'll go into that method later on, but this can help you increase your sales as well. And of course, video 7, I'll be talking about wholesale buying and reselling. Now, you've probably heard of things like drop shipping and things like that. However, wholesale buying and reselling, I will actually show you sites where you can go to get real life bargain prices. So with that video itself, you'll save a lot of time to figure out who is an actual wholesaler and who's just selling that information out there to get your money. Here in this video, you're going to learn how to sell, and not only that, you're going to learn much more. But with that said, let me go ahead and go over an overview of eBay and the rules, and we'll go ahead and create an account. Right now, I can go to ebay.com. So it's ebay.com. eBay is probably the #1 place where people, as buyers, go to find a product, or as sellers, to go and sell a product. Now, before you get started, there are rules and regulations that you need to be aware of. The first thing I want you to do is go to the prohibited and restricted items area. If you don't know where that is, you can go to their help topics and find that information, or you can even type in Google these exact words plus eBay. So this is just to show you what items you cannot sell on eBay, just so that you don't have to get your account suspended because you don't want that. You want to have the ability to have your account stay there. So if you scroll down here, you can see that you cannot sell these things: adult material, alcohol, animal and wildlife products, and other things like that. I'm not going to read down the list, but I just want to show you so you can know ahead of time. So make sure you look through that list and make sure that the stuff that you're going to sell is not on that list. You might also want to read about the rules about intellectual property and other things like that. Once you've done that, go back to ebay.com and click on register if you don't have an account already. If you do, you can go ahead and skip it. So the first thing you want to do is type in your first name, last name, street address, and all the information down below. Once you've done that, click register and you have your account. We can go on to the next step. Since I already have an account, I'm going to go ahead and log into that account. As you can see here, I have about 327 feedback. Now I've been on eBay for a long time, and you can check your messages here. One thing to note is that you might receive these things called phishing emails. Basically, if you're selling an item and if somebody contacts you through the eBay system, it'll actually appear here. You'll have people who are fraudsters and they'll find that you're selling a product and they'll email you directly and say, hey, I'll send you this check. But I'd highly advise you not to deal with those types of people. Only deal with them if they actually contact you through the eBay system, because eBay is probably one of the big sites that a lot of fraudsters go to do fraud and end up scamming you. So that's just one thing to note. As a seller, you want to make sure you go through here and you just look through it, take a look at everything. And the one thing you want to look at right now is probably the My Account section, because here is where you can, add your information. And this is the location where you'll see the fees that you owe eBay for selling on eBay. Now, eBay does charge fees, but they charge, 20-30 cents here and there for you to post the eBay ad. But the way I think of it is eBay does most of the marketing for you, so you don't have to. So now that we have created an account and you have seen the inside of the account, let's move on to video 2, where I talk about tips and advice that you need to know before you start selling on eBay.